Then the next thing you want to do is get the wrong people off the bus. That don't mean you get everybody off the bus unless they are the wrong people. But you get the wrong people off the bus and get the right people on the bus. You got to get people to play their position and people play their lane. The biggest thing that happens when people do other than their talent, to do other than their skill, and therefore they cause challenges, make more mistakes. And then the next thing, which is huge. So if you got the right coach, you got the right driver, you got the right leader, you got the right team, you got the right people on the bus, but guess what got to happen? Ladies and gentlemen, you got to be going in the right direction. Ladies and gentlemen, if you do that, you can win. This is how you make this happen. So we're going to give you some suggestions and solutions, set up some systems, but I want to make sure you're processing this, because if you don't have a system, better known as a schedule, better known as a process, and it needs to be in writing. If you don't have a system that's in writing, you just have some information and a way to get something done. What makes it a system is that it's in writing, and it could be duplicated and it could be tracked and measured so you'll know if it's working. That's why you think every company tracks money coming in, money going out. It got a schedule on employees. It has to have some systems to know what's supposed to happen. Because if you allow people to just do what they want to do, things not going to happen. If you're talking about getting $100,000 using other people's money and the bank money, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to have systems. So now let me just tell you the thing about McDonald's. I know some people say, depending on how you look at it and what lens you look at it, some people look at it as a guy that took advantage of two men. Some people say it's somebody being greedy. Some people say it changed the way that we live in life and do things. It help people to come their dreams, but it's some lessons in it. So just it's a whole story. So I'm just gonna give you a quick synopsis and paraphrase some of the story. And so one of the reasons that McDonald's even to be the way it is, because the McDonald brothers on the front end figured out it had to be a better and a faster way to distribute food, because people, they were losing too much time and too much money and people wasn't winning. So they decided to, obviously, which they did, came up with a system within a system. So they came up with a system that they sold, which is the stations, the food, and they had to obviously experiment. That's why I tell people, just because when we're talking about in a goal setting, just because you have a date and it doesn't work, that don't mean that it's not working. It's just not finished working. You know how many times that successful people, inventors, business people, and leaders have to modify that date, and how many times things don't work until they figure out what does? McDonald's, they had to just draw it out, like drawing that out on the ground. And have people work the stations and practice it. And we call that PDR, practice, drill, and rehearse. They had to practice, drill, and rehearse till they figured out what worked, ladies and gentlemen. That's how you're gonna know about systems. That's why it gotta be in writing. Then they realized, okay, we need to switch this station, put it on this side, because they are bumping, and so therefore it's not allowing us to get the fries, to get the popping out. This is why, and I'm telling you, you can close your eyes. I can walk in any McDonald's, anywhere on the planet, close my eyes. Once you take me to the door, I already know where the drinks are. The drinks are to the left. Okay? They may, or straight in the back. I have never seen the drinks to the right or down below. That's not what they do. The drinks are straight behind you or to the left. That's just how it works. That's just how, because they got systems. They done figured out by putting things in certain place, they was able to be more effective. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a system that they sold within the system. Ladies and gentlemen, you have to have that. You have to find a way to save yourself time, energy, and money. So now let me just tell you just some systems that would allow you to be able to make $100,000 using other people's money and the bank money. First, game plan. You got to be a professional, hire a professional like me, get professional results. You have to sit down, which is going to be part of like our next series, but you got to get who you want to be a part of your team. You got to put your team together. You're not going to win this by yourself. It's not enough hours in a day. It's just not. You got to realize that you sleeping, on the average person sleep at 8, you work at 8, add the travel in and move up to 10 to 12. And then you got whatever errands that you may run or other activity you're doing with your children. Where's your freedom time in? So by having a team, it allows you, what we talk about in the FTACs, use other people's talent and other people's time with your time to get more things done. So that's huge. You got to be able to do that. All right. So you got to write that out, draw it out, square it out, circle it out, pin it out. What people you want to be on your team? Okay. What people that are smarter than you, more knowledgeable than you, that you want to add to your team. Don't be scared to work with people that, quote, add value. That's what you want. Not people that do what you say. People you do want. That people that have a skill in something that you may not have a skill in to do it, such as, I'm not very great in this videography thing. So I have someone on the team that does that. I mean, how hard is that, right? So you want to do that. I am the business person. I'm the strategist. I'm the game plan guy, okay? I'm the game. So you want to be a professional, hire a professional like me, the Freedom Coach, so you get, obviously, professional results. The next thing that you want to do, you want to have what we call, I call it in the, and this is huge. You might not believe this or not. This is huge right here. In doing your game plan, we call it the schedule of a mega producer, okay? Which is, you might always say, is an MO, your method of operation, but you want to have your mega producer schedule. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be huge. It's 24 hours in a day. You need to write out what time, and you will see it's a lot of time that we really waste. What time that you're going to sleep, what time you're going to wake up, what time you're going to pray, what time you're going to work, but also you need to write it out. What time you exactly are going to work your business, what time you're going to work on getting your $100,000, what time you're going to make sure you organize your documents, what time you're going to put to work together your portfolio, when you're going to make sure you review that you're working on, of course, your debt to income ratio. Ladies and gentlemen, let me share this with you right now. It's some basic tools that you want to have. You should have, number one, a financial software or financial planner or professional like me, where you are able to be monitoring your budget, monitoring your cash flow, monitoring your debt to income ratio, see what you can possibly qualify for a business loan or a signature loan or a personal loan or a real estate loan for you to do that. What systems are you using to track your expenses so you can save on taxes? A lot of people overpaying on taxes because they just don't have a system. They don't have a tool. Ladies and gentlemen, you want to make sure you can contact one of my associates or myself. We have, obviously, that a part of our program. And you talking about for what? $25, $50 a month, you get like $200 to $500 of value. So you want to make for sure that you have some systems in place to do that. Set up time to have family time. Set up time like you do the vacation time. But guess what? You got to set up some time to have freedom time. So as I say all the time, good things come to those who wait, but only what's left over from those who hustle. The hustle is for free. The game is for a fee. My name is Fahim Muhammad, the Freedom Coach. Free yourself and your dreams will follow.